All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm begin by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Kwakadash, the bonds to the elders and apostles of great Muslim well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to those for electors out there pushing, laboring, believing, listening onto this truth with wholehearted sincerity. Heart and may the blessing of election be upon your houses. All right, the title and topic of this lesson is going to be staying spiritual. All right, staying in the spirit. All right, because there's a lot of, many and different factors and things out there that, can try to cause you to, tap out of the spirit and, tap into the flesh, man. Right, you got, you know, worldly influences, right? You may have friends in the world. You may have, when you're on the highways and byways, people coming up to the camp trying to cause, strife, trying to cause, a ruckus, trying to be demons. All right. It could be someone at the plantations, right? It could be family, right? It could be a woman, all right? It could be, a lot of different things and factors that plays a role into, trying to, tap you out of the spirit when we should be, trying to tap into the spirit and trying to stay, spiritually minded, all right, with our day-to-day life and how we carry ourselves. Okay, so that's really what we want to focus on. That's really what this is going to be on, right? Trying to stay in that spirit and tapping into it. All right, I'm going to just jump straight into it. This is Galatians, the 5th chapter, verse 16, and it reads, "This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would." All right, so, it's a constant battle between the flesh and the spirit, right? The left-hand side and the right-hand side. All right, the left-hand side, doesn't want to be in the spirit, wants to do all the things of the world, wants to fulfill the desires and the pleasures of the flesh, right? But the spirit, right, the right-hand side, it wants to fulfill all the desires of the spirit, do everything that's righteous, do everything that's pleasing in the sight of Yahweh Shem Shai, right? And on our day-to-day lives, we're constantly going through that battle with the flesh and the spirit, right? That left and that right side, right? But we have to, fight off that left side and tend more to that right hand side, right? That spirit, okay? Because, walking in that spirit, ultimately, there's a lot of benefits going to come from that, right? You're going to get built up in the spirit. You're going to be more tapped into the spirit. You're going to be more in tune with Yahweh Shem Shai. All right. But when you, connected with that left hand side, right, you're going to be more in tune with the demons, right? You're going to be, just doing everything that's against, what Yahweh Shem Shai ordains, what Yahweh Shem Shai is pleased with. Okay. So staying spiritually minded, walking spiritually, right, is all the right things to do. All right. And how do we stay spiritually minded? Right. Right. Constantly meditating on the scriptures, reading, praying, fasting, right? Doing the work, right? Making videos. These things help to keep us spiritually minded, right? Help us to walk in the spirit. Help us to feed our spirit, right? And to also grow in the spirit. All right. Right. When you lack these things, when you refrain from doing these things, right? It lowers your connection with the spirit and, strengthens your connection with the left-hand side, all right? Because if you're not praying as much, right, if you're not reading as much, if you're not studying as much, if you're not, fasting on a consistent basis, right, you're not doing anything to help to strengthen or to connect with the spiritual side, right? Right. So doing these things help us, to stay spiritually minded, all right, to stay tapped into the spirit, okay? And that will also help us in our day-to-day lives, right? When we're dealing with people in the world, right? When we're at the plantation, at work, dealing with family and friends and so on, all right? Being in that spirit, man. And also, too, being that spirit also helps you be a good brother, man, right? Dealing well with other brothers in your camp, all right? This is Romans, the 12th chapter, verse 2, and it reads, "Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High." Right? So we have to be transformed. When we came into this truth, we put off all the things of the world. We put off all the things of the flesh, man, right? We came to this truth and was renewed, right? We transformed, right, spiritually. And, every brother could attest to this, man, right? When you see friends or people that you knew in the world that you haven't seen and however long, may have been since you came into the truth or whatever the case may be, when you see people that you knew in the world, they notice a difference in you, man, right? They notice a change, right? A good change, okay? Because why? Because, we put off that old man, right? We renewed our mind through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah, right? Constantly fighting off that flesh, constantly tending to the spirit, all right, more than the flesh, all right? Okay. This is Proverbs the 16th chapter verse 32, all right? Because also, the reason I got the scripture is because also, walking in the spirit, ruling your spirit, right? These is all, beneficial, right? Especially, when you're on the highways and hedges and dealing with people in the world. And it reads, Proverbs 16 and 32, he that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh the city, right? So being able to control your temple, just like control your temper, right? Being able to control, your spirit, right? Rule your spirit, right? These is all benefits, man, right? Because example, see on the highways and hedges and, someone comes up being a demon, trying to cause a ruckus, trying to cause strife and all these different types of things, right? If you're not ruling your spirit, if you're, not controlling your temper, right, then they gonna, try to get you to act out your body and to get, physical and whatnot, man, right? You know, they're gonna try to feed that spirit, try to get you to act out your body, man, right? And that's what we do not want to happen. And by all means, I'm not saying, if someone comes up and spits on you and punches you and tries to beat you up to not defend yourself. No, by all means, defend yourself. All right, okay. But if it's at all able to be avoided, do so. As the scripture says, really paraphrasing, if it is at all possible, be peaceable, with your enemy, shortly paraphrasing. Okay. But, these is all, benefits of being able to, walk more spiritually, tending to that spirit, because it's going to also help you control your temper, right? Rule your spirit, know when it's the right time to, get loud, when it's the right time to be quiet, when it's the right time to get physical, when it's the right time to not be physical. All right. It's all about that balance, man. Right. Right. Walking in the spirit teaches you balance, helps you balance out. Okay. This is Proverbs the 25th chapter verse 28, and it reads, he that had no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls, right? So you got to have that rule over your spirit, man, right? And, walking in the spirit, tending to that spirit, building yourself up in the spirit, all right, it's going to help you have rule over your spirit, man, right? All right. But all in all, okay, we need to stay spiritually minded, walking in the spirit, constantly meditating on the scriptures, right? But, the point has been made. All right. But, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying unto the elect of Israel. And with that being said, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Kakwadash, that belongs to the elders and apostles of great Muslim well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the full electors out there pushing, laboring, believing, and listening on to this truth with whole sincerity. Until next time, Shalom and the Bubble Ball. Kwame Asherallah. Shalom.